Located in the heart of Louisiana, amongst the forests and the lakes, is a parish that has all the signs of greatness. Grant Parish is part of the Red River Valley, just north of Alexandria, and is situated for phenomenal growth. Don't be fooled by its rural appearance. Grant Parish has all the assets and a willingness of its citizens to accomplish greatness. This master plan is the first ever for Grant Parish, and its purpose is to provide the parish with a guide to prepare for and manage expected growth. Properly managed, Grant Parish has the building blocks to become an economic powerhouse for central Louisiana. The purpose of this project is to design a comprehensive master plan that builds on economic growth opportunities for Grant Parish and is only intended as a guide for the parish's development so that it occurs in a coordinated, efficient, and effective manner. The information and ideas presented provide guidance for strategic economic development that can be implemented over the next 10 to 20 years. Darrell Glasscock Incorporated, LLC, and his planning team, Kisatchie Delta Regional Planning and Development District, and Morgan Goudeau and Associates, compiled key data for Grant Parish, the Central Louisiana region, and the state of Louisiana. The planning process followed 6 steps: data gathering and analysis, issues identification, goal setting, formulation of alternatives, implementation, and feedback and evaluation. The planning team evaluated secondary data and used resident surveys, field visits, and community planning meetings in each of the 6 towns and villages. This helped in determining existing conditions and identifying community-based issues. The professional engineering firm traversed the parish and evaluated every road and bridge, visited all sewer, water, and gas plants, inspected system operations, even studied local electricity, fire service, solid waste disposal, and broadband and cellular coverage. The plan review of these existing conditions provided the foundation for understanding the community at large and how it compares to state and national statistics. Time and again, the statistics indicate that Grant Parish is primed for growth. The building blocks of any local community depend on its infrastructure and community services. A transportation network, utilities, solid waste disposal, public safety, both fire and police, access to housing, medical treatment, education, and communication are all basic quality of life features sought by residents and potential business and industry. Beyond these, individuals desire natural beauty and appealing character of communities, recreational opportunities, historic and cultural interests, and even civic or social infrastructure that allows them to become a part of the community's fabric. Grant Parish's assets also includes quality local schools and access to higher education, a developed transportation network, residential opportunities, Camp Grant Walker, festivals in Grant Parish, and tourism opportunities. The Chamber of Commerce and the Parish Economic Development Authority focus on the enrichment of the business community, quality of life issues, connecting people with services to enhance self-sufficiency, like the local Business and Careers Solution Center in Colfax. Citizen-identified attitudes and issues related to advanced growth of the parish revealed that improvement of the infrastructure is expected to bring industrial, commercial, and residential development. Of most concern, however, are sewer system services, broadband access, and expanded cellular coverage. Recommendations within the master plan preserves the rural character of the area while embracing opportunity and considering financial impact and economic benefit. First and foremost, sewer capacity must be addressed. The limits of most existing systems in the parish don't allow for any added capacity. The plan reveals that providing a sewer system to serve the northern area of the parish is not economically feasible. However, in the southern end of the parish, the construction of a community sewer system may be feasible, primarily along U.S. Highways 165 and 167, and bordered to the north by Airbase Road. Preliminary figures show approximately 36,000 linear feet of gravity sewer mains, 100 manholes, 8 pump stations, 800 service connections, and a wastewater treatment facility. Improvement of the sewer system is needed if the parish wants economic growth. The police jury has already been soliciting funding for a comprehensive engineering study for South Grant Parish and is in line to receive adequate funding to pursue this study. With the completion of the South Grant sewer system, an infrastructure can be in place for commercial and industrial development, which means an increase in revenue that would benefit the entire parish. The police jury currently owns and maintains approximately 780 miles of roads that serve parish residents. Approximately 325 miles are paved, and 455 miles are aggregate surface roadways. Maintenance of parish roads is performed by police jury crews with an annual budget of approximately $1 million. However, an inventory and assessment of current maintenance needs is estimated at over $72 million. Taking into account road condition, traffic volume, and primary road use, we recommend the police jury adopt a plan for the road repairs based upon set criteria and available funds. There are 62 off-system bridges in the parish. 48 are in fair to good condition, 14 are in need of replacement, and 5 are closed. The majority of these bridges have been replaced over past years by DOTD through the Federal Off-System Bridge Replacement Program. It's projected that bridges in need of replacement can be addressed over the next 10 to 15 years as funding becomes available. Municipalities in the parish have populations too small to afford the cost of providing a residential solid waste disposal service. There are 55 dumpster sites throughout the parish. Residents haul their household garbage to one of these sites. The parish empties the dumpsters and transports it to a landfill in LaSalle Parish, which is jointly owned by Grant and LaSalle parishes. The dumpster sites are unsightly, unsanitary, and often receive debris that is hazardous. The police jury budget for the solid waste program is about $975,000 per year. This program is funded through a sales and use tax, which only generates $930,000 per year, and the deficit must be funded from other parish funds. One alternative under consideration is the development of 16 compactor sites, strategically located throughout the parish. The sites would contain a compactor and roll-off container on a concrete pad. The police jury will need to retain professional services to explore the options and costs in order to correct solid waste disposal. Grant Parish has a total of 5 communities that own and operate their own drinking water systems. The remainder of the parish is served by 10 private and public water systems. 90% of Grant Parish residents are served by these systems. 13 rely on groundwater, and 2 purchase water from other systems. 2 larger municipal systems, Colfax and Pollock, provide a limited amount of water for fire protection. The majority of the parish does not have adequate water supply for fire protection. As commercial and industrial development occurs, the demand for water for potable and fire protection purposes must be considered. Planning issues often require governmental units to work together with each other, the citizenry, and business leaders. Immediate collaboration should focus on the perception and branding of Grant Parish as an ideal place to live and conduct business. For example, the opportunity for quality education can be a deciding factor for families and businesses seeking to locate here. The parish school district outperforms the state in accountability, and discipline control is nearly 10 times improved than that of the state. But marketing the school system is merely the beginning. To assure consistent marketing, Grant Parish should craft an economic development strategy and hire an individual or firm to market Grant Parish as a tourism destination, its products like pecans and timber, and as a quality place to build a business. Diversifying the parish economy and creating additional jobs and income to maintain and enhance the quality of life is essential. Small businesses like grocery stores, restaurants, medical services, and retail is one avenue to fill a niche. However, local development should be aimed at commercial and industrial growth. An economic development strategy should include available property for development, enhancing existing business, and support for recruiting growth of new manufacturing that could capitalize on Grant Parish assets. Lack of entertainment venues, cultural events, restaurants, grocery stores, or retail shops force residents to travel outside of the parish, costing the parish tax revenue. Larger private sector activities may require larger facilities, so industrial parks are a requirement. One alternative for acquiring desirable property for industrial development is to seek highway frontage land held by the U.S. Forest Service as an exchange or by purchase with congressional authorization. There are other long-term efforts which could be explored, like the port at the Red River Lock and Dam north of Colfax under the Grant Parish Port Commission, state-owned property along the Red River across from Boise with near immediate access to I-49, and property around the Pollock Airport. The police jury should consider a plan that phases in the land use and building regulations to balance the need for economic growth with minimal effect on the rural nature of the parish. For residential and business and industry purposes, improved broadband access and cellular coverage are now considered a basic component of a community's infrastructure. However, these are reliant on private sector providers. These services improve rural livelihoods with information access, emergency response, training, and business opportunities, to name a few. USDA studies have shown that rural economies benefit in economic growth. Local government, with congressional assistance, should explore the possibility of requesting funds for a broadband internet infrastructure through USDA's Rural Utility Services Grant and Loan programs. Expected population growth offers reasons to seek resource and funding support for infrastructure enhancement from state, federal, and private sources. Grant Parish is one of the fastest growing parishes according to the 2010 Census Report. Although growing in population, Grant Parish does not have a sufficient number of consumers to support many businesses. Residents should be encouraged to buy locally, which helps finance their community's desired services and infrastructure improvements. There is no question that Grant Parish is poised for growth. In consideration of its assets and challenges, recommendations have been made so that local governments, business leadership, community organizations, and citizens can work together to manage the growth ahead. Change will occur, and the only question is whether the public and/or private sector will shape that change. The need to manage impacts of growth will require continuous community and intergovernmental cooperation. Successful communities are built, not born. These master plan recommendations provide guidance for how the area can preserve its rural nature, increase and manage growth, and boost revenue-producing ventures that enrich the community. With assets in place, commitment to infrastructure development, and governmental and community leadership, all signs point to greatness in Grant Parish.